for ya. I thought Yang Yang said you had a super cool little buddy to show us. Where is it?
I don't know.
Did it just pop out of your tacet mark?
Smells good.
So, is this how it first showed up when you guys were in the Norfolk Barrens?
Yes, back then As I fought off those tacit discords, a burst of energy erupted from that statue. Two forces clashed and collided, and later, one of them emerged victorious, vanquishing the other in a violent clash. General GN and Rover later told me it was this little thing coming out of Rover's body. It was blocking or even consuming the overflow of Threnodian power. It reminded me of how Rover once absorbed frequency energy with her body in a similar fashion. So we took her to the academy for a checkup with Baizhi. Apparently, this little one is what we had detected before. It's a speculated space or organism hidden inside your body. Now we finally know. It shares similar frequencies with tacit discord's reverberations. It resembles an echo processed by the data bank, stored inside your body instead of a terminal. In other words, it's your own echo, captured or absorbed at some point. Without you, it can't manifest. That's why Baizhi couldn't confirm just how you absorbed that echo back then. Was it you? Was it the little one? Or maybe the two of you together? And Baizhi discovered more after analyzing your spectrums. She found a new power source within you, similar to the Crownless, but even stronger. This power comes from the tacit discord you defeated in Norfolk Barrens. So, the excess energy this little thing had consumed somehow ended up in your body, available at your disposal. In other words, there's a deeper connection between the two of you. Or, according to Baizhi, it's a convergent codependency. To put it simply, you are connected. While you are two separate individuals, your energies and vitals can affect each other, for better or for worse. You may even feel each other's emotions. The bond between you and this creature is symbiotic. As it strengthens, so do you. However, if one is harmed, the other suffers. Fortunately, since it can't ever leave your side, it's not an easy target for attackers. And if they do strike, it can seek shelter inside your body for safety. Okay, now that's pretty much it. Baizhi was going to explain it to you herself, but she has to go check on a newly appeared sonorosphere in Zhaozhou.
Wait. This is too much information for me to process. Let me get this straight. So, it helped Rover fight off the Threnodian? Seriously? This teeny tiny thing could do that? Seems unlikely.
Don't look down on me. You'll regret it when you learn what I'm capable of. That poker-faced researcher was absolutely shocked when she examined me. Said I'm not just any echo. I'm a super-duper cool one. Rarest of them all.
Yeah, no way Baizhi talks like that. She's more of a data dump kind of person. Super duper cool? Nah, too extra for her. Seems like you're trying to boost your ego a bit.
Oh, actually, while those aren't Baiji's exact words, that is what she meant. She mentioned highly intelligent echoes that can act on their own in other countries. Said they are involved in every aspect of human life with unique abilities beyond our imagination. Those echoes are rare, though. Neither I nor Baiji, an eco-acoustics expert, have ever seen one in person. But this little thing here, it could be one of those foreign echoes.
Yeah, makes sense. Now we just gotta figure out where it came from. Who knows? We may find other cool echoes in that place. So, do you know where exactly she absorbed you?
Huh? How am I supposed to know? Why don't you just ask her?
Yeah, it happened before she lost all memories, so we have to ask you.
But even if echoes can have memories, they probably wouldn't remember things earlier than their first manifestation. I wonder if that's the case with this little one, too.
Aha! Finally! Someone with common sense. That green-haired, serious guy asked me a similar question. Sorry to disappoint, but I really don't remember anything before I showed up. Maybe I was just sleeping inside her this whole time. So of course I don't remember.
Sleeping? Seriously? It's been so long. All those happenings, all that fighting, and you didn't hear anything? Wow, that's... Your sleeping quality is really something.
So you've got privacy to be respected. Don't worry. Your body's sound insulation is amazing. You can dive into it, and everything goes quiet. The only problem is, I never know when I'll wake up again. And when I do wake up, I get tired and hungry fast. So I have to crawl back in for more rest. I know. It's all because I'm not eating enough.
That's why you kept disappearing. You went back to sleep from lack of energy. Makes sense. Regular echoes need to be powered by the terminal, too.
I thought you'd be really different from the usual ones we see. Turns out you share a lot in common. So you probably don't know your denomination or a nickname. No wonder everyone's been calling you the Little One.
Denomination? What's that?
The universally agreed terms for special echoes, like names for humans. They're named based on their characteristics, abilities, and places of origin.
My denomination. It's... I don't know. Do I not have a name at all? What? No way! No way! That's not fair! If all the special echoes have names, how can I not have one? I don't want to be called the little one all the time. It doesn't sound cool at all. How about this? You help me come up with a name, and I will let you have some of the food. There's nothing left. Next time, I'll definitely save some for you. Just
A name?
yes, I want it now. Look, Your name's Chisha. Your name's... That sounds interesting. Wait, didn't you forget everything? How do you still remember?
With your old name and memories all gone, it's a good idea to go with a new one.
Yeah! Exactly like she said. I just want a name that sounds a little cool, a little special, and epic.
Let's see.
Nah, nuh-uh, absolutely no.
Hey, it makes every difference in the world. I am... Or maybe...
No.
Why?
Huh? Aha! I knew Rover would come. You didn't just pick two random syllables, did you? So, is it because I've been saying absolutely no a lot?
Why is it suddenly so quiet?
What's wrong? What are you muttering about?
I don't know, but I just have this feel. Abby. I like the sound of that. That's, of course. My name is Abby.
Sure. Well, that... I really...
Maybe we can start with Abby's. Each special echo has a unique ability. We can compare...
Why do you sound so unsure? Didn't you see it all with your own eyes? Abby, can you show us again?
Well, since you asked, I'll show you how it's done. All right, all eyes on me. What's going on? I'll try again, just you see.
What?
Just a little slip. Back then, I just stood in front of her, and that big bad Threnodian.
So, you...
Huh? No. Like I said, I was asleep, and then all of a sudden, I didn't have time to think. I just had to show up.
So, maybe Abby's power activates automatically?
Yeah, it looks that way. You can't even hold your shape for very long yet.
Hey! Stop looking down on me. When I think about it, I just stood there and did nothing and ended up beating... Hey, Rover, get behind me next time we run into anything.
You're so real for that.
You bet. I said...
That's very reassuring to hear, but it seems we're stuck again. Where did you absorb Abby? What are Abby's powers, and what exactly happened? Our Sentinel Joy can look into the future. Nothing ever deep. Now that the Threnodian crisis is over, perhaps you can consult our magistrate and...
Relax. You have me. Speaking of that, so this Sentinel can predict... What does it look like? Where is it?
Our Sentinel protects everyone. But why are you talking about food again? Didn't you just stuff your...
I can't help it. Rover, did you hear that? My stomach is growling. I'm so hungry. How we go to that place we went to last time with Yang Yang and Chisha? I love their food so much. Yummy. Hello? Are you with me? You seem a bit distracted. With so much delicious food right in front of you, aren't you gonna try any? Well, if you're not interested, I'll gobble it all up. You've been absent-minded the whole day. Still bothered by that dream from last night? Wait, so you had a dream about the Sentinel? Like the one from your flashback when we saw the Sentinel statue after you lost your memory? Hang on, so let me get this straight. The Sentinel swooshed you off to a mountain shaped like a dragon, and then there were all these bad things going on with lots and lots of tacit discords. But the Sentinel saved the day. How exactly did it protect everyone again? Oh, in your dream it made the time different there.
Yeah. The time in the mountains seemed to have slowed down from the outside, away from the tacit discords. The Sentinel must have created a barrier by manipulating the flow of time, keeping those monsters out. It was a safe haven from all the disturbances caused by the tacit discord. Also, in my dream, I wasn't affected by the slowed time and could freely move in and...
It's no shock that you have awesome powers, being friends with me. What was that place you dreamed about?
I'm not entirely sure I heard it correctly, but in my...
Mount Firmament?
You've never heard of Mount Firmament? Then I'm sure you're not from around here.
Huh? Hold on! Did you just say Mount Firmament?
Oh my! Did that echo just talk?
Come on, man, relax. You don't hear an echo talk. I heard there's a country called Rhinus. What? Anyway. Oh, you're not from around here? Well, legends say Mount Firmament is where the first people of Jinzhou lived. It looks like a giant statue of our Sentinel Jue. I've never actually heard of anyone going to that place. They say those who try either get lost in the sea mist or never come back. If you're curious, just head southeast. Mount Firmament is on the east side of Whining Ix's Mire, and you can see it from a distance.
The southeast. The past few days, especially this morning, I caught this unique smell from the southeast, from that mountain they just mentioned. It's like a strong energy pulsing through the air, but I can't quite put my finger on it. It feels kinda weird, though. Doesn't smell natural. Could it have anything to do with what you said? A place...
I had a flashback about seeing their Sentinel. Perhaps that happened on Mount Firmament. I can feel an unknown force guiding me. Jinxie said she'll go search for the Sentinel and update me on its whereabouts. But so far, I have not heard anything from the city.
Then shall we go check it out together? It feels really suspicious.
Abby, are you getting sleepy again?
Let me take a quick nap, all right? I've got keen ears. If anything goes down, just give me a holler and I'll be up in a jiffy. I swear.
Greetings, Rover. What can I help you with today? I regret to inform you that Madam Magistrate is not in the City Hall. She has left for Mount Firmament. In fact, we have not heard back from her for days. Unfortunately, no. Please keep this confidential. The situation in Jinzhou is still unstable after our battle with the Threnodian. We must limit discussion of the Magistrate's whereabouts to a select few. When we captured Scar, he claimed that the Fraxidus had imprisoned our Sentinel. It was around the same time that Madam Magistrate lost track of Sentinel Jue. If our Sentinel is truly in danger, or if someone with malicious intent obtains this information, the potential consequences could be as catastrophic as the previous Threnodian invasion. In order to investigate the Sentinel's whereabouts, Madam Magistrate has left for Mount Firmament, its last recorded location. Madam Magistrate traveled to Mount Firmament alone. The looming threat of the Threnodian discouraged any additional diversion of human resources. Furthermore, when it comes to the Sentinel, force is not a viable solution. Madam Magistrate trusts you. It is beyond my authorization to meddle in your decisions. However, the landscape around Mount Firmament is complex. One must be accompanied by a special wayfinder to navigate safely. That's all I know. Currently, she's likely at the ferry terminal in Whining Ix's Mire. I'll reach out to her. To learn more about Mount Firmament, you can meet her at the ferry. I lack the same level of understanding of the situation there as she does. I trust Madam Magistrate's decisions. I will do my utmost to handle the public matters on her behalf while she is away. This worry about her safety won't leave me. In her last video message, I could tell she seemed weaker than usual, despite her efforts to maintain composure. Madam Magistrate's situation might not be optimistic. Rover, Mount Firmament is a dangerous place. Please take care. I have sent the coordinates to your terminal. Thank you for your kind help. I pray you will both return safely.
I'm here. Hey, did you notice how the mountain has a strangely pleasant smell? It doesn't. Not that I'm hungry or anything. I just tend to doze off easily. Feels like my body can only process what I consume while sleeping. And don't worry, if there's any danger coming your way, I'll wake up like clockwork, just like last time. Well, unless there's nothing that can even remotely challenge you. In that case, I probably won't wake up.
Let's head to the ferry. Mount Firmament. Our wayfinder should have plenty of information to share. Are you trapped here by the rain? I happen to be waiting for someone too. I am Chun-Li, your Wayfinder. Don't worry, the rain won't last much longer. Our destination lies just beyond it. Rover, what do you know about Mount Firmament? There is a certain folk tale. Have you heard of it? While hiking in the mountains, a woodcutter came upon two people playing Weiqi and became enthralled with their game. Upon his return home, he found a world transformed. Everything was different, as if in a new reality. That mountain was a secret realm where time worked differently. The woodcutter only spent half a day inside, but outside, a century had passed. Mount Firmament is such a place. But unlike this folktale, there is a price to pay for entering and exiting its grounds. If I spend a full day in the mountains, 10 days will be taken off my lifespan upon my leaving, reflecting the actual time that is passed outside. Not to mention, the situation on Mount Firmament right now is probably even more complex than before. The strange time patterns of Mount Firmament are tied to the Sentinel's temporal mandate. Time ebbs and flows at its will. If the Fraxidus really has imprisoned our Sentinel, causing it to lose control of its powers, that could explain the temporal disruptions. Which means Mount Firmament is basically a dead end. Lifespan is not the top of my concerns. If you've decided to venture there, I'll join you as your Wayfinder. Jin Shi has stayed on Mount Firmament for too long. She doesn't miss a thing, does she? Before Jinshi left for Mount Firmament, scales began appearing on her body, and her resonance ability was weakening. Those signs pointed to a dire situation for the Sentinel as well. That's why I must lead you there. You might have the key to solving our dilemma. You're here because I invited you. Sanhua was instructed to disclose my whereabouts if you ever went to City Hall and asked about Jin Shi. From what I understand, there is a strong link between you and the Sentinel. More importantly, that overseer tried everything to sway you and make you join their side before our battle with the reviving Threnodian. It's a clear sign that your involvement could disrupt their plans, especially at Mount Firmament. Records at the Grand Library tell a tale of someone who dared to enter Mount Firmament after the Sentinels they were also said to have... And here before me stands someone
who bears an uncanny resemblance to that very individual. Is it you? If not you, who else could... It took me some... Rover, the journey ahead is filled with danger at every turn. Once we venture in... As your wayfinder, I'll lead you to your destination. The rain is subsiding, and the sky will soon clear. It's time for us to head out. We're at the base of Mount Firmament, but we won't enter the...
One is the sound.
The show would tear them to pieces. Watch and learn. Not bad. Found any keepers? All yours. You're welcome. Good. There's no time to waste.
The bridge has broken. Judging by its design, this is what they call a chronosorter. It mimics the Sentinel's temporal man. My master once told me about the court. Their dedication bore fruit. But why hasn't this brilliant invention? This chronosorter was built beyond. But even if they died, there are... Or... Do these this chronosorter... Let's give it a try.
Not bad. Found any keepers? Good. There's no time to waste.
Weren't they concerned about losing lifespan?
For those fanatics, nothing mattered more than the truth. To live every moment with overwhelming passion. How many can claim such a tenacious drive and unshakable determination?
Good. There's no time to waste. Zap strength. The stage is yours. I'll pay it back tenfold. Back off. My field of expertise. Not bad. Found any keepers? Good. There's no time to waste. Good. There's no time to waste.
Wonderful sound. You will obey. Wonderful sound. One with the sound. Last chance.
Listen up. Bask in the sunlight. Going up.
Bad timing.
You won't cast me down. A temporary setback.
An unexpected discovery. Remnants of the past.
Grow for me.
One with the sound.
Rover, it's the Fraxidus.
None shall whisper. Checkmate. Enduring defied. The Fraxidus. It's them again.
They've set traps all around the luminous shore. They must have anticipated your arrival.
The entrance is sealed.
It's the photon barrier, another invention from the court of Savante. Specific steps must be followed to undo the barrier. Rover, I'll guide you. Use long-range weapons on the photon vaults to cut off its energy. Once we've reached the cave's end, we'll enter the domain of Mount Firmament. Proceed with caution.
So it can't hurt me.
Time on Mount Firmament used to simply flow slower than in the outside world. Visitors were safe as long as they remained within the temporal barrier. But what we're seeing now is different. The flow of time has gone haywire. This is what we call temporal disruptions. What was once slow and steady has become chaotic and turbulent. Some areas are frozen in time, while others speed up or slow down unpredictably. No one knows how much they'll age after leaving Mount Firmament, but aging from youth to old age may be a blessing compared to the unknown fate that awaits. Leaving Mount Firmament could turn any mortal to dust in just a moment. Such is the power of time within its walls. These poor creatures, trapped in the temporal disruption, are the most pitiful of all. So, it looks like the Fraxidus did manage to capture our Sentinel, leading to the temporal disruptions we are facing now. I had wished that my theories would turn out wrong. As expected, my terminal isn't working. We can't reach Jinshi. The temporal disruption is preventing it from functioning. We can't waste a moment. Jinshi's fate isn't the only one at stake. We need to hurry to Hongjian, a town nestled at the heart of Mount Firmament. Jinshi would likely pass through there on her search.
One with the sound. Tear them to pieces. You'll pay for this. My field of expertise. Not bad. Good. There's no time to waste. Good. There's no time to waste. Good. There's no time to waste. Good. There's no time to waste.
Don't blink!
I'll pay it back tenfold. You can cast them down. One with the sound. Cherish every game.
unexpected discovery.
Wonderful sound.
Keep it together. Remnants of the past.
Wonderful sound.
Good. There's no time to waste. My field of expertise. Now you'll behave. Crush them! Cleave it. Wonderful sound.
The temporal disruptions have spared nothing on our way here. Changli, does that mean you're in danger too?
What's the matter? You dreamed of Hongzhen? It sounds like you did dream of this place. What you just described closely aligns with the accounts documented in our Grand Library. Over a century ago, a vast horde of tacit discords invaded Huanglong. Hongzhen suffered greatly during that onslaught. Thankfully, the Sentinel descended, manipulating time to erect a protective barrier, keeping those monsters at bay. Rover, perhaps that dream is more than just a dream. It could be a glimpse into your own past, and a guiding light for the future. Hongzhen is a pivotal location, linking various parts of Mount Firmament. With the Fraxidus now targeting us, they'll seize any opportunity. But every trap has its weak points. Someone has used their resonance ability here, but it feels different from the Fraxidus aggression. It's Jinshi, and it seems like she used it in a dire situation. Could it be related to the people of Hongzhen? The traces lead deeper into the heart of Hongzhen. Let's keep moving.
Shadow, follow! Down with the curtain! One with the sound. The show begins. Huh. Ha. Huh. Ha.
How delicious. Me. Saves me the search.
One with the sound. Time to wrap it up. Think you got permission? Good. There's no time to waste. Good. There's no time to waste. The traces... Someone fought here against those...
Must be Jinshi. Using her resonance ability too much would have... But she must have had a reason. Was she...
Chun-Li, there are traces here.
They're pointing north. Let's proceed in that direction.
Good. There's no time to waste. Crush them!
field of expertise. Good. There's no time to waste.
The traces disappear by the pond.
The vase on the stone table seems rather peculiar.
There's something behind the waterfall.
Let's go take a look.
Another photon barrier.
3 photon vaults to break. Rover, use ranged attacks.
You two, halt!
Hold on.
Lady Xingyi.
Relax, they're our honored guests. No need to be tense. In a single day, we've greeted both the Magistrate of Jinzhou and her trusted counselor in Hongzhen. It's been a while, Changli.
I heard you stepped down from your position and moved to the countryside. And now here we are, meeting again.
For years, I lived secluded. But the current situation in Jinzhou is volatile. It has reunited us in an unpredictable moment. And you, young lady, what shall I... My name is Xinyi. Pleased to make your acquaintance. Please follow me this way. It's not safe to talk here. I believe you are here for Magistrate Jin Shi. The magistrate left Hongzhen about 15 minutes ago. She should be at the Truth Seeker's Pass now. That's what they call it in Hongzhen. You might know it better as the ruins of a Court of Cervante facility.
Lady Xingyi.
Madam Magistrate, are you...
I'm fine. How's the situation? Have we evacuated all the civilians?
Yes. Remaining civilians have been counted and escorted to safety.
Good. These hidden chambers should provide some much-needed shelter for them to rest a little. Despite being the Sentinel's appointed resonator, I haven't been able to sense its presence for some time now. I can feel my resonance ability waning, and I get my power from the Sentinel. This can only mean one thing. The Sentinel's condition is getting worse. Lady Xingyi, I need to know where the Sentinel was last seen. I can only fix the temporal disruption within a confined radius. It's already pushing my limits to keep this small pocket of space secure. Mount Firmament is in serious trouble, and we can't waste any more time. We need our Sentinel to stabilize the time flow.
The Sentinel was last seen flying towards Mianlong Chamber, where it would normally rest. The Fraxidus likely swarmed it soon after. But little did they know, we had a defense system in place, built with the help of the court of Savante. It was reactivated as soon as our sentinel made it back inside. This mechanism has allowed us to locate their troops, and we've already eliminated some of them outside the Mianlun chamber. To get inside Mianlun chamber, we have to find the cipher key in Truth Seeker's Pass and unseal it with the Keyforge.
Understood. I will go bring back the cipher key.
You are injured. Please, rest and leave it to me.
The Fraxidus will most likely attack this place once I leave. You must stay here and guard it. I implore you, Xingyi. Help me keep our people safe.
Yes, I will, Madam Magistrate.
Before I headed to Mount Firmament, the Fraxidus revealed a prophecy from our Sentinel. A fateful clash between the Sentinel and myself that would shape the fate of our city. I never intended to believe their baseless claims, but I was not surprised to hear it. The Sentinel had told me long ago that there would come a day when I surpass it in power. A day when the humans of Jinzhou take control of their own destiny. Once we save the Sentinel from danger, I intend to...
And then she left.
There's still one thing that doesn't add up. How did the Fraxidus kidnap our Sentinel? The Mianlun chamber was once renovated by the court of Savante. Do you think their research could be involved somehow?
I'll look into what you said. But once we have the cipher key, the Mianlun chamber will be left vulnerable to the Fraxidus' potential retaliation.
We must keep them at bay. Rover and I are headed to the Truth Seeker's Pass to meet up with Jingxi. We'll distract the Fraxidus' main forces, giving you an opportunity to stage your ambush.
And the locals will handle the rest. I will send some men to open up the side exit for you. Head south and keep walking a couple of minutes, and you will see...
Thank you, Lady Xing.
In this place she was born, and in this place she returns. Our magistrate's fate is bound to Mount Firmament.
Did Xingyi and Jinxi know each other?
Jinxi was chosen as a baby for her resonance ability and raised in City Hall to become the Sentinel's appointed resonator. All the government workers there helped care. At some point, including Lady Xingyi. She grew up with immense responsibilities, forced to suppress her true nature from a young age. Thinking back, Jinshi was only a teenage girl when she became the magistrate. She has been burdened with unimaginable weight that most cannot fathom.
I assume this is the Truth Seeker's past Shinyi mentioned.
Yes. This should be another The entrance is built on that cliff, and it's been blocked. We will need to break the 3-foot... Nothing. I was wondering, how did the Court of Savant... I've never heard of any human civilization having the ability to manipulate time. Unless... we need to focus on item...
Good. There's no time to waste.
Good. Did you see the tacitite fulminate on that cliff? Perhaps we can create an opening in this disk with an explosion.
It worked. The opening fits right onto the middle photon vault.
Rover, now we can hit the 3 photon vaults simultaneously.
Good. There's no time to waste.
The blockade has been lifted. Let's go in.
Good. There's no time to waste. Good.
Why are there tacit discords here? No. These monsters, they don't look like the usual tacit discords.
These also look like the works of the Court of Savante. Did they create these simulated holograms to protect this place?
The show begins.
Keep it together.
None shall whisper.
Nowhere to hide. That thing up ahead. Is it another mechanism?
It seems... The glowing patterns on that gate. It's a flare crest. Yes. The flare crests have a complex structure, but they can be deciphered with patience. See how each star represents a flare stone? That mechanism we accidentally solved earlier should be one of them. Yes, we still need the other 2 flare stones to open it. Wait. The blood and scales here. She is likely teetering on the edge of overclocking now. We are running.
Cherish every gain.
Decades have passed, but those researchers' presence still... The Sentinel situation is worse than we thought. It had already sustained severe injuries when it descended upon Mount Firmament. With one of the temporal programs lost, it no longer had the power to restore time. Instead, it could only stop and rewind it.
So, the Sentinel protected Hongzhen with its power. But it couldn't return things back to normal?
It would seem so. According to their theories, the Sentinel's injury would worsen over time. And if the Sentinel perishes, the temporal disruptions will spiral out of control, engulfing all of Jinzhou. So the Fraxidus just added a pinch of there's nothing we can do. Only the Mianlong Chamber can provide temporary relief for the Sentinel, but it won't. In the end, the Sentinel and a peculiar visitor who is immune to time disruptions, the Sentinel couldn't be fixed, so they decided to replicate its power onto a resonator. Their experiments resulted in the first... No. A chronosorter can only rewind. We are getting close. 2 more flares.
time is over! Sure. Pay for this. Be gone. No mercy. You won't cast me down. Zapstring. It's our curtain call. Good. There's no time to waste. I can't keep going. Not bad. Found any keepers?
Another Chronosorter. The second flare stone should be behind this gate. Let's restore the collapsed gate with this Chronosorter.
Roll for me.
There's still another photon vault to break. We can't reach it from here. We may need to look around for a better vantage point.
Good. There's no time to waste.
One last flare stone to go. There's a carrier lift nearby. Perhaps the flare stone is on the floor beneath us.
Something above the carrier lift seems stuck.
What are you looking at? Good. There's no time to wait.
Is that so? So this file confirms that the Chronosorters are artificial resonance objects. They activate when hit with a strong impact to create the corresponding resonance effects. And this also answers my previous question. The Chronosorters rewind. No, it was nowhere near enough. The Chronosorters shut down once they are removed from the Sentinel's range or the abnormal time flow on Mount Firmament. Plus, as artificial resonance objects, their capacity is limited. According to the Court of Savante researchers, there was a hypothesis that could potentially make them more powerful, the Second Resonance Awakening hypothesis, which states the collision between two resonating frequencies might cause... Yes. That fight has to happen to trigger a Second Resonance Awakening for Jinshi, so she may exert even stronger resonance ability. Countless Chronosorters were made to collide with the Sentinel's frequencies, but they were no match. One Chronosorter briefly showed the power to restore time before breaking apart. This proved that a second awakening can indeed improve resonance ability. The research log mentioned that all chronosorters were working in an overdrive mode. It's similar to how human resonators experience. Overclocking happens when a resonator overexerts their ability. And this researcher who wrote that, no, it's not. Exhausting oneself will only result in addition, I know the chronosorters required manual control, while the Sentinel in the only incident of success, just as the chronosorter was about to break down, that peculiar and the Sentinel successfully transferred some kind of energy to the rover. Do you... Jinchi.
You.
Don't worry. Rover is special. Shh. I gave my word to be your pawn, and I intend to keep it. As your teacher and courtier, it is only right for me to do so. And let's not forget, without me playing the Wayfinder for Rover, we wouldn't even have her here. Rover has a strong connection to this place. You need her help to resolve Mount Firmament's crisis.
But we already owe Rover a lot.
As we headed toward Mount Firmament, Rover mentioned a strange dream she had. Rover, Jue, and Mount Firmament. There must be some kind of crucial connection.
I see. Rover, I will do everything I can to rescue the Sentinel as soon as possible. And
let's cut to the what did you find in Truthseeker's path?
According to the Court of Savante's records, the Sentinel was already injured upon its... As time passed and its condition worsened, the flow of time became unstable here, causing Only the Sentinel's appointed resonator can restore its temporal mandate. Their records indicate a solution. To reverse the rapid aging effect from temporal disruptions, I must deliberately collide with the Sentinel's resonance power during combat.
Let's say you can achieve all that.
I understand. I share a resonance connection with Jue, but I never took the time to truly get to know it. Sentinel Jue has been guiding us since the city's founding with its wise words, and the temporal disruptions we face are just a side effect of its efforts to protect local people. Without the Sentinel blocking out tacit discords through its time manipulation power...
So what do you plan to... If the Sentinel's condition is indeed incurable, nobody knows how far the temporal disruptions will continue to spread. Today it's Mount Firmament, but tomorrow it could be all of Jinzhou.
I will. If it truly comes down to that, I'll fulfill Jue's prophecy myself. It's the only way to save Mount Firmament, protect Jinzhou, and help the Sentinel.
Have you thought about the concept? Trying to trigger a second awakening by fighting the Sentinel, it could make you We both know what that means. You could lose your mind forever, or even disintegrate into dust. On top of that, do you honestly believe I can see right through your facade, Jinshi? You're essentially committing suicide at this point.
You're one to talk, my teacher. I learned from the best. When have you ever backed down from risking your life for what you believe in?
Oh? I don't remember ever teaching you that. We all die eventually, but we need to stay alive. Jinshi, you must live and inherit the Sentinel's power. Then you can save and protect these people for years to come.
Changli.
Jinshi, I don't intend to stop you. That's why I brought Rover here. You may have already guessed it. Rover is indeed the hero who fought by our Sentinel's side during Jinzhou's early days. She's also the mysterious visitor spoken of in... All evidence we've gathered points to this being true. If anyone can help us with the situation at Mount Firmament, it must be Rover.
Thank you, my teacher.
Lastly, we still don't know for sure how the Fraxidus is keeping our Sentinel trapped. This will determine if you can actually meet it face to face. Yes, it could be any of these scenarios. Lady Xingyi is already on the case. We should get an answer soon. The cipher key should be inside the stone chamber, behind its entrance.
Good. There's no time to waste.
Look, our last target. On those floating floor tiles. We need a way to restore them.
It's not working. We may need to follow a specific order.
It worked. The court of Savante set many traps here. They must have worked hard to protect Mianlong Chamber.
It's a trap! Watch out!
swift and resolute. One with the sound. I sense your weakness. Bad timing.
Shine, clever man. Why not?
Take full. One with the sound.
Take full. Oh, stars, heed my calling.
I'm done with all 3 flare stones.
Good. Let's head back to the entrance. We should be able to access the... cipher key now.
An unexpected discovery.
The cipher key.
Rover, take good care of the cipher key. I'm leaving the rest to you and Jinji. Please don't forget, I am your wayfinder. I journeyed with you into the mountains to ensure... From this point onward, I will be counting on you both to go and confront the Sentinel. This is all I can do for you. I'm here to guide, not intervene. Not to mention, the Fraxidus has been pestering us non-stop. You'll need someone to keep them at bay. Yes, they've been constantly watching you, interested in your every move. By all means, please carry on without me. As for myself, I have a more fitting location to make my contributions from. Oh, speak of the devils. How rude. This is not how we greet people here. Allow me to demonstrate the proper etiquette.
Changli.
Those artificers are nothing to worry about. Don't worry. Changli has her plans. I don't believe we will run into more ambushes on the way.
It's Madam Magistrate! She's back! I must go tell Lady Xinyi!
The Mianlun chamber is open now. You can proceed inside. Before you go, there's something important I need to tell you. Changli was right. They used the Court of Cervantes' research to trap our sentinel in its resting chamber. They used the Chronosorters. Our captured artificer revealed that the Fraxidus sent a death squad to invade Mount Firmament. They had a twofold plan. First, to place the Chronosorter in the Mianlun chamber while it was still operational. And second, to lure the Sentinel back to Mount Firmament. Although their death squad was no match for the Sentinel, by forcing its hand, the powerful resonance ability of the Sentinel would clash with the energy of the Chronosorter. This would ultimately cause harm to itself. What if the Fraxidus modified those chronosorters? A whole bunch of them, pushed to their limits, all working together but not even that was enough to take down the Sentinel. After the first hit, they set up modified flare crests in the Mianlun chamber to form a special... It prevented the Sentinel from replenishing energy. And eventually...
So, we must free the Sentinel.
It would be a task more... The people of Hongzhen have lived with the Sentinel for generations. We can usually tell if it's... But now, the Fraxidus want to capture the Sentinel. They won't just stop at Mount Firmament. Madam Magistrate, I'm sure you didn't come here just for this. Please tell us what you know.
Yes.
So the Sentinel is actually injured. And it's been getting worse. The Fraxidus attacked while it hasn't healed yet. Madam Magistrate, it's always a challenge to decipher the Sentinel's intentions. But there were many theories about it in City Hall at the time. I couldn't fathom why it went through such great lengths to retrieve you from Mount Firmament. But now that I reflect on it, perhaps the Sentinel saw in you. I just never thought.
It was here on this very mountain that I first encountered. Back then, I was too young to remember anything. But this time, as soon as I stood at the base of Mount Firm, Lady Xingyi, But my duty as its appointed resonator is not the only reason for my I'm following the heart of my younger self before I became Jinshi. The girl who used to laugh with pure joy as she felt the snow from Mount Firmament on her face. I am a seed born on Mount Firmament, carried by the wind to every... It's time for me to take root.
No matter what happens, Mount Firmament has been stagnant for eternity. Perhaps a sudden crack of lightning is what we need to break through the fog of uncertainty. Once you pass through Hongzhen, keep your eyes open for a cave on the northern cliff. That will lead you to a shortcut towards Mianlun.
Don't blink! Blue! Roll for me! Life is in everything!
I've had enough. Get lost. My field of expertise.
Jinshi, so far, everything we know about the Sentinel is still just speculation.
You were right. But my weakening resonance ability and my connection to the Sentinel leave me no choice but to explore these theories. Whether it's fact or fiction, truth or a lie, I have to confront the Sentinel and see for myself.
Good. There's no time to waste.
The Mianlun chamber should be deep in the cave. Let's go.
Dad, found any keepers? Watch and learn. My field of expertise.
One with the sound. Cherish every game. One with the sound. The show.
Blue! Photosynthesis.
Keep it together. None shall whisper. Remnants of the past. One with the sound. Check. Last chance.
Leave it to me. Life is in everything.
My field of expertise. Time to wrap it up. One with the sound. An unexpected discovery.
This must be the Mianlong. We should now help the Sentinel break free from the Flare Crest spines. Chronosorters nearby may have frozen this body of water. Either way, we can use it to our advantage. We are too far away to... Let's go. I still need more information to determine what we should do next.
One with the sound. Down with the curtain! Huh. Remnants of the past.
I can feel the Sentinel's presence inside, but it's not responding. The flare crest. The Sentinel is telling us we need to find the 3 flare stones corresponding to the flare crest. Then we will be able to lift the confinement set by the Fractsidus.
But I'm not seeing any flare stones. Or any kind of entrance to another. The water level has dropped. It's the flare stone. On that rock.
Let's go retrieve it. We need to find a way to destroy the spikes with the corroder's help. Same as last time, let's locate the photon vault first.
The remaining photon vault is hidden behind the fissured ledge.
Fissured ledge. If only there was a Tacetite fulminate. Let's look around.
Wonderful sound. None shall whisper. Wonderful sound.
Blue! Photosynthesis.
My field of expertise. Now you'll behave.
Don't blink!
Once, tacit discords terrorized the land.
The region of Jinzhou was under siege. A mother and her newborn child were hiding in ruins, trying to avoid the deadly creatures. They weren't safe for long, as the tacit discord found them. The mother sacrificed herself to protect her child. But with her gone, it was difficult for the newborn to survive. In a couple of minutes, its loud cries gradually died out. Fortunately, the newborn's cries echoed through the forest with a unique resonance that reached the ears of the mighty Sentinel. With a burst of energy, our Sentinel dispelled the surrounding evils. But sadly, it was too late. That night, Mount Firmament shook with the roars of a Lum, and dark clouds gathered. The Sentinel returned with a dead infant in its embrace. As if by magic, somber clouds parted, and shooting stars lit up the sky. With Mount Firmament's unique flow of time, The Sentinel brought the deceased infant back to life. The resurrected infant became known as the
Sentinel's appointed resonator, and went on to become the magistrate of Jinzhou. Yes. I've lived in Jinzhou my whole life, and never ventured into Hongzhen. To me, Jue is more than just our Sentinel, or a Veer. I've been thinking about it. If the Sentinel predicted our fight, why would it? Now I understand why. Because I am the Sentinel's resonator. I may not have any extraordinary abilities, but I do possess the temporal program that it... If Jinzhou ever faces a similar time crisis... In our Sentinel's prediction, the battle between us is supposed to happen in the distance. It had been waiting for an opportunity. A right now may not be the opportunity the Sentinel has been waiting for. But my body cannot hold up much longer. I have to go and face it while I still can. To learn about the truth, or complete our destined battle. Give up my duty. To be honest, it was the endless kindness of you, Changli, Xingyi, even Jue's decision to bring me back to life. Jinzhou holds everything that's dear to me. I'm okay. The pain I'm feeling is nothing compared to those. I must find the Sentinel as soon as possible. If there is truly no, then I will have to fight it. I refuse to back down. I will fight. To protect the Sentinel and to defend Jinzhou. One life may be lost, if it means keeping everyone safe, but let me make one thing clear. I am not planning on... We're not in a situation where death is our only option, are we? Thank you for placing your trust in me. Come to think of it, many good things. Thank you, Rover. My teacher, Changli, told me it's up to both of us to solve the crisis at Mount Firmament. But don't worry, I'm prepared. I am grateful to have you by my side through it all.
Good. There's no time to waste. Good. There's no time to waste. Good. There's no time to waste. Good. There's no time to waste.
Sure. Watch and learn. All yours.
Good. There's no time to waste.
Good. Now we can get that flare stone.
My field of expertise. Zap string. It's our curtain call. Think you got permission? One with the sound. Nowhere.
Done.
2 more to go. Let's look for them nearby.
One last flare stone to go. All set. The Sentinel should be able to break free now.
Yes. I believe so. Let's head back to the Sentinel's place.
Jinji, it has been... And greetings, Lady Arbiter. Or should one address you as Rover now? One cannot discern the cause of your arrival. Shall a child who has lost their memories take up arms and fight for their fate? Or shall they retreat to their cradle and slumber? The seed of the future shall be sown in this very moment. Once the situation settles, an explanation shall be provided. For now, one must implore you to sit. Jinji, your journey has been an arduous one. Aside from aiding one in this predicament, surely there are other inquiries you wish to make.
I cannot bring myself to ask for more. All I seek is the truth. Mount Firmament is in grave danger. Regarding the temporal mandate and your injuries, please do not keep the truth from me any longer.
One understands your concerns. The timing may not be optimal for this. For one will soon perish. One such as this, of immortal nature, is designed to endure for all time. Yet one suffered severe harm in ancient times, and now relies on the Myanlong Chamber for survival. This is not the optimal solution. For a long time, one has had to use this chamber to replenish energy, hoping to delay the inevitable doom. Yet fate cannot be defied. The Fraxidus have conspired against this one. Now, the injury only worsens. Jinzhou. The city of Jinzhou will be no more. Ever since one descended upon Mount Firmament, using the power of temporal mandate to repel tacit discords, time has been in discipline. Over the past millennia, one has defied the laws of nature and sustained Jin. Otherwise, the temporal disruption would wreak havoc not only on Mount Firmament, but on the entire region of Jinzhou. If this were to happen, Jinzhou shall forever remain frozen in time. The past and the future melt into one, rendering life indistinguishable from death. The ceremonial rituals and endless battles persist, intertwining joy and sorrow into an eternal blur. All inhabitants of Jinzhou shall endure this perpetual fate until time itself ceases to exist. It is this one's own doing, and one must put an end to it. In the coming days, one will exert every ounce of strength to freeze the time in Jinzhou at the cost of one's remaining life. In that moment, Jinzhou will fall into stillness, but not perish. In the distant future.
Is there truly nothing?
This is not the optimal solution, but...
Please, forgive me, but I cannot do as you say. A decade, a century, What if nobody comes up with a solution? By that time, the world will have turned its back on this forgotten city. And who would be willing to spend precious resources rescuing a small city in a far-off corner of the world? Jinzhou's fate deserves better than an uncertain future.
Whilst one may not live to witness the future, one can still envision endless possibilities yet to come. In Magistrate Jinzhi, as you express doubts, pray tell how the flow of time upon Mount Firmament isn't if one does not freeze the time now. The situation in Jinzhou shall surely worsen 100-fold, or
You once predicted a destined battle between us.
Correct.
I was lost at first, struggling to grasp the prophecy's meaning. By clashing two resonating powers, a second resonance awakening can be induced. Through this, I am able to push my resonance ability beyond its limits and invoke the temporal mandate, though I will be forced to raise my blade against you.
Ridiculous! If you clash with my resonance power, even this, you are well aware of its excruciating effects. The pain you feel now is but a faint scratch in comparison to its true torment. Moreover, you will be trapped within the fissures of time itself. Your being will be relentlessly shredded and mended day after day, denied any respite for eternity.
But I can restore the errors in the flow of time. Isn't that why you saved me all those years ago? I'm just a...
Jinzhi, you are given one last opportunity. Let me... You are only here to witness before the right time arrives. But you are not compelled to remain idle. Command me to transfer my temporal mandate access to Jinzhi at the right moment. The moment of her resonance ability's depletion. When she is teetering on the brink of... Miss that moment by even the slightest margin, and Jinzhi's fate.
I should have died a long time ago. But I was lucky enough to be saved by you, allowing me the chance to see the glittering lights of Jinzhou for myself. You rewinded time to save me. I am responsible. Jinzhou is my home. If it's ever in danger, I will do everything in my power to protect what I hold dear, even at the cost of my own life.
Such a valiant speech. Do you know the weight of this decision?
I understand your concerns. I will reach my second awakening with our destined confrontation and restore the time flow. Are you willing to bet on me?
Restore the time flow. Pray, from where does this confidence arise? You are my resonator, but your strength is only a fraction of mine. there is little chance for you to retreat unscathed.
But I can at least win some hope for our people. Even if it costs me my soul, my everything, I cannot die without trying. I may only bear your power for a fleeting moment. It's all I need to secure a better future for Jinzhou, defying all of your predictions, and I can keep you safe. If there is anyone who can face you in a fight, that person has to be your resonator. I will be your final winning move in this game.
Are you truly ready to challenge a being worshipped by your kind? Will you not regret it when you meet your bitter demise?
I will not regret it, no matter what.
Very well, Magistrate of Jinzhou. Come to the summit. Demonstrate your prowess. Show me how you shall be my triumphant ace. Lady Arbiter, one is curious about your choice this time. Wherever the tides may take us, you will bear witness to our fight.
Government must be guided by virtue. Chi, do you keep this in mind?
Yes. Virtue must come first. Politics, commerce, it all must serve the people.
From now on, you shall be known as Jinshi, bearing Jinzhou's name as your own. What do you think of this world?
Like here. Darkness clings, but lights flicker in the gloom.
A guiding light easily lit.
That's why they stand out so brightly against the darkness.
This entrance leads to one Sonorosphere. Magistrate Jinshi, one shall await you there. Rover, this battle is related to the fate of Jinzhou, and only you...
If I open it, Jinshi is bound to face you in the ultimate battle. The ideal outcome would be for her to absorb your power at the critical moment and restore the time flow without any loss of life. But there's a chance that she could push her, though, if I do nothing. You'll use your remaining...
Correct. Now, please let...
Rover, I have been preparing for this moment. Leaving Jinzhou behind fills me with regret. Knowing I may never... But that's why I'm here. To ensure that others can still experience the wonders of nature. Our city has a rich history. with generations witnessing endless sunrises and sunsets at the border. Our people have sacrificed their blood and tears to protect Huanglang's safety. They deserve a bright future. I want to protect Jinzhou in my own way. As Jinshi, as a citizen of Jinzhou, and as Jinzhou's magistrate. Let's begin. Onwards. Onwards. Insolence. Evil be cleansed. Thus it ends. The sky beckons. Sacred light. Heaven ordains. Banish all vice. Take flight. Onwards.
Quite the impressive feat, Magistrate Jinshi. However, you are still a long way from inheriting my power. Back down now, while you still can.
I've made up my mind, and I will not back down. You once said it's not easy to become a candle of light, but I still want to try. I want to see if I can ignite a spark of hope for Jinzhou.
Lord Arbiter. May this one transfer the temporal mandate to Jinshi. This one has heard your decision. What do you think of this?
They deserve a fight like you treasure.
The transfer has been carried out as you instructed. Jinshi, one shall honor one's promise and restore Jinzhou's future to you and its people.
Onwards.
Jinshi has recovered. One will soon send her with all matters resolved. One is prepared to answer any. I am Jue the Sentinel, the guide of Jinzhou's civilization. Everything about Jinzhou has been stored in my mind. You are my arbiter, and in bygone days, I stood by your side as you established Jinzhou City. This one begs your pardon, for it is not all-knowing. One is prepared to answer any inquiry. I am Jue. You are my arbiter. In bygone days, I stood by your side. This one begs your pardon. One is prepared to answer. In the past, one was granted the key to... You said you planned to participate in history, to make choices, and one had previously requested for permission to transfer the temporal every ounce of my existence, from life to death, and even the passing on of power. One is prepared to answer any inquiry. Since Jinshi has inherited my power, that Jinshi has fully assumed the mantle of leadership. From this day forth, this situation has been analyzed before. To accomplish her goal, Jinshi must possess both strength. Today was not the ideal moment for our destined battle to unfold. One is prepared to answer the flow of time when Mount Firmament has been restored to its natural pace. But the citizen, fortunately, with Jinshi's resonance ability, they can stay safe. For lack of a better solution, through countless ages, the imposing Mount Firmament The people of Hongzhen have a bright future ahead. One that can be... One is prepared to answer your tacit mark. There is something...
What? What's wrong? Rover, who's bullying you? Huh? Is it you, big thing? Huh? How dare you? I'm gonna teach you. Wait, pause. I don't think it has any bad intentions. It smells like the unnatural smell I smelled in Jinzhou before. Oh, so you must be that sentinel. Hello there, Rover. Why didn't you wake me up earlier?
It does feel similar to me, but this entity is unfamiliar to me. As it resides within your tacit mark, one can only assume you granted it access. Lady Arbiter, have you heard of the Black... The Black Shores is the starting point of your journey in this world. Worry, the wuthering waves ebb and flow. They shall send you back to where you belong. One suggests heading back to Hongzhen to reunite with your companions, Lady Arbiter. With Mount Firmament no longer posing a threat, surely Hongzhen will undergo significant changes.
one with the sound. Down with the curtain! The show begins.
Keep it together. Tear them to pieces. Your time is over. I'll pay it back tenfold. Be gone. My field of expertise. Good. There's no time to waste.
Mount Firmament glowed with the sun's light, high above the clouds and snow. Then, suddenly, they vanished, revealing a distant blue sky. And amidst it all stood a white-haired maiden with a mere wave of her hand. This maiden was none other than the dead infant. When thunder roars for only through death and strife.
I see. Doesn't matter. We have the answers we wanted already. With the second resonance awakening, we will tap into powers that rival the Sentinels. Complete control. And lastly, about that rover. This trip was worth it. We've collected many wonderful notes. It's about time. Get moving. Can't let a certain someone wait too long behind bars.
A new journey awaits, brimming with novel sounds, stories, and fragmented memories.
I will make good use of this power and fight by your side. We'll confront evil wherever it lies.